Alright, my very first Q School experience is now officially over, and I'm halfway stoked that it's over and halfway disappointed that it's not still going. I don't have more rounds to try to get back, or get these rounds back, start it all over again, really. It was a long week. I played and walked that course 6 days in a row, and a lot of humidity and a lot of heat, so I'm a little tired. But I did play much better today. I shot 69, which is a lot better than 75. But it was I did a lot of things similar to what I was doing in the last few days. For instance, I putted pretty horribly. I had 4 3-putts today, so without that, that's a 65, and that's a quality round of golf. And so the ball striking is kind of there. I hit 15 greens and 11 fairways. So I mean, especially off the tee, I think it's definitely there. And I hit a lot of quality shots. I still could have shot even lower. Had I just 2-putted those, I still left a couple birdie ops out there. But the reason I was putting so bad is that I was just super uncomfortable with how I was holding the putter. I mean, it just didn't feel right. And after I 3-putted 16 and 17, I had a double bogey and a bogey there. I just completely abandoned the putting grip that I was using the entire week, and I wish I had the courage to change it literally on the first day, because so I just went to a grip where I kind of like interlocked my hands and then put my thumbs down and then had my fingers down the shaft, like, or my grip like this. I think Tony Finau putts with a similar grip, but it just really took all the pressure out of my hands and kind of just maybe putt with my core. And so after 3-putting 16 and 17, all of a sudden I make a 15-footer on 18 and a 15-footer on 1 for a couple birdies in a row. And then I made a nice eagle on a few holes later. And so that was exciting. And as much as I don't want to have to change my grip, I will totally ride with this thing as I prepare for this upcoming Monday qualifier, because I couldn't have putted worse this entire tournament. And it was amazing when I started making putts and I started feeling like I could actually make putts, how much easier it was to hit quality golf shots in the holes, knowing that, you know, I'm not going to 3-putt if I hit this thing to 25 feet like I did twice on my first 9. The first hole I hit it to 20 feet and 3-putted, and then on 16 I 3-putted from 50 feet. And I mean, they were down grain and fast, but I just had no touch, so I kept blowing them by and then missing the comebackers. So that was frustrating. But the ball striking is not that far off. You know, being uncomfortable with my putting put a lot of pressure on my long game that I was comfortable with going into it, and being uncomfortable with putting going into a Q School with that added pressure just really exacerbates that situation. So I learned a lot from this week. I learned I gotta control the highs and the lows much better. I mean, this was a different type tournament. I felt like in my life I've done well with controlling those highs and lows. You know, I performed under pressure when I needed to, but this one I just couldn't get over that little hump. I mean, had I had a caddy or something, that could have helped. Like, for instance, I was very nervous when I had my Be Better golf match against Monty, because I didn't want to lose in front of everyone. But I had my friend Matt with me, and he really kind of kept me level, especially when I was missing a lot of putts in the beginning. I'm out here solo, so I haven't had really anybody to talk to in general this entire time. So, you know, being kind of on your own little island allowed me to stew in my thoughts a lot. Not that it's that much of an excuse, because I played golf tournaments alone and performed just fine, but I just couldn't do it by myself and with this kind of pressure. So I learned from that a lot, and I think I'm gonna know what it takes, especially going into these Monday qualifiers, from learning from this experience. So bright side too about the Mondays is that it usually doesn't take much more than even par or 1 over to even get in. So a little bit less pressure. And if I don't make it, I'll just caddy for Sam. And realistically, I'm in the same situation as I would be had I qualified and got full status, because I didn't have enough money to make it through the first 2 or 3 events anyways. So now I'm going to try the same thing, try to make enough money these first 3 events so I can keep going, except now I have to Monday qualify first to get into it. So it's just adding another variable to an already stacked situation against me. But I do believe, and I gotta believe, that I can do it. And thanks you to all for the comments that left below. It's nice to know that there's a lot of other people who do believe in me as well, and understand that this is a very difficult thing. and you know, it means a lot. And all the support, both financially and just the words, really helped make this really bad golf experience of mine all the more bearable. So thank you to you all for that. And stick with me as I stick around here. I'm not going to be leaving Phuket for another couple weeks, and I'll just be grinding away with Sam. I'm going to have some videos filmed with him. I'm going to be meeting golf for dinner tonight. We're going to talk over what we got planned going forward, and then have a little match tomorrow. So look forward to that. Be sure to subscribe to his channel, and be sure to stick around for Formula Golf updates on what is happening. And yeah, hopefully we'll have some good content going forward. Again, thank you all for joining me on this ride. I'm not done yet. The opportunity is still there. The dreams are still alive. You just got to believe, one day at a time. Always remember, everybody, keep on grinding.